It gives. Okay, I think the recording in progress. So I want to share with you some ideas on how to grow your business to the next level, because in the past few weeks, we've been discussing about the basics of the business, how to do prospecting, how to follow up, how to do your 100 PV, how to do retail products. But today I want to discuss two things. How do you take your next step in the business? From wherever level you are in the business today, I would recommend to you that set a goal in the next 2 or 3 months to move to the next level of the business, because that is what will help you grow your business and you can enjoy the benefits of this business. So I want to share with you something about, just one moment. Let me open the right page. I want to share with you some ideas on how to take your next step in the business. If you're a distributor now, your next step should be a manager. If you're a manager, your next step should be a senior manager. If you're a senior manager, your next step should be executive manager. If you're an executive manager, your next step should become a director. And the director level or recognition level is the core level that everybody should aim to reach at. Because once you reach a director, how do you get to the next level of becoming a wild team? By developing another director in your group. How do you become one Ruby? By developing 3 directors in your group. How do you become two? So it's very important that you know how to take your steps in the business. So if you allow me, I want to share the screen with you to show you just some ideas on how to take your steps. Slideshow, current slide. All right. Okay, this is too large. Let me just, all right. So what I want to suggest is taking your steps. What is the core step in Neolife's marketing plan? The core step is director. Everybody should aim to become a director. And when you become a director, your next step is to help people in your team to become directors too. Okay? First, you need to aim to become a director. How do you do that? In a step-by-step process. Let me take somebody who has just joined the business this month or next month. Let me say this month or last month. I know one of my friends in Pretoria is called Kenneth. He joined the business last month. Let me use this as an example. Kenneth has just become an excited distributor in the business. What does Kenneth need to do to get to the next level? Step number 1, use the product to get to 100 PV. All right? Maybe your household is not big enough. You need to start developing customers. So the first step is use the products. Okay? When you use the products, you need to aim to reach 100 personal PV. That is the products you use and the products you retail to your customer, friends and relatives. What is the next step? The next step is start developing customers. How do you develop customers? 3 things. Number 1, you need to have product knowledge. I think Betty did an excellent session on diabetes. In fact, diabetes has become a serious problem. If you ask anybody next to you, at least they will know somebody who has diabetes. Okay, so step number 1 is to have product knowledge. Step number 2 is to listen to people. Listen to what people say and what they don't say. Look at their physique. You'll be able to give you an idea on what you're going through. Okay. The third thing is link our products with their needs, and then you start developing a customer base. Once you start developing a customer base, then you're aiming to become a manager in the business doing 250 personal PV. Once you become a manager, what is your next step? Your next step is to sponsor people in the business. Sponsoring doesn't mean you pay for them. Sponsoring simply means you introduce them to the business and you help them grow their business. That is what sponsoring actually means. So help them to sponsor new people. And what you need to get to once you become a manager, help these people you brought into the business to become managers. Okay? Let me say you sponsored 3 people in the business, 3, 4 people. If each of them becomes a manager, you become a senior manager. Our business depends on how effectively you help people. That's why this is, if you want to grow in this business, learn how to help people. Okay? So the next step is sponsor 3 new people or help at least 3 people become managers in your group. If you do that, you become a senior manager doing 1,000 PV because each of your managers is doing 250. What is your next step? Your next step is to help your managers become senior managers. For example, in the example I showed previously, you've got 3 managers. Once you've got 3 managers, you help each of them become senior managers. If you do that, you're automatically becoming an executive senior manager. That means your volume is 2,000 PV. All right? How do you get to director? You get to director by building 3 executive managers. You see how this, I think Neolife's marketing plan is so well designed that if you follow the pattern, your business will grow. So you're an executive manager and your goal is to help 3 people in your team to become executive managers. If you do that, you become a director. That's how you become a director. So you build your business by building manager units, all right? When you become a director, what is your next step? Now you become a manager. Your next step is you need to keep sponsoring new people because all these executive managers also want to become directors. So you repeat the same process for other people in your team. If you do that, and how do you accomplish that? Let me just go back to this. You've got 3 executive managers under you. If you do that, you become a director business or director unit. And then you repeat the process. That means these people who have become executive managers, their goal is to become what you've already achieved. That is to become directors. What do you need to do? You need to start sponsoring a new set of people and you repeat the same process. If you do that, eventually you'll become a world team member, president's team member, diamond, and so on. Every month, remember this. Every month, you need to set 3 goals. First, you need to know where you are. You see, for example, I live in Pretoria. If I want to travel to Johannesburg or Cape Town, first of all, I need to know where I am. I'm in Pretoria. So for me to be able to travel to the next destination, I need to plan how to get there. I need to know the road to use to get to the next destination. So every month, set the following 3 goals. Number 1, personal PV. How much PV do you want to generate personally? Okay. And then you need to break this down into weekly goals. So monthly goals, what is your personal PV goal? Number 2, how many people do you want to sponsor into the business? What is your sponsoring goal? Number 3, what is your next step that you want to take for the month? If you're a distributor in July, your goal should be to get to manager at the end of July. If you're a manager at the end of July, your goal is to become a senior manager at the end of August. That means you need to help people in your group become managers. All right? So each month, set 3 goals. 1, personal PV production. Number 2, the number of people you want to sponsor. Number 3, the step you want to make. Now, these monthly goals have to be split into weekly goals. Okay? How do you do? Let me say your goal is to do 250 personal PV. That means your weekly goal should be to do at least 70 PV. If you do 70 PV per week, it means in a month, at least you'll get to 250. All right? If you want to sponsor 3 people in a month, your goal is to sponsor at least 1 person per week. And that means that you need to set a goal for the week, the number of prospects you're going to see. My suggestion is set a goal to show the business to 2 people every day. It means in a week, you're going to show the business to 10 people. If you do that, you'll find that you make your steps come almost automatically. But the key thing is this: you have to plan it. It will not happen on its own. Just some data I want to give you that will give you an idea on whether your business is on the right track or not. Let me call. You see, I think there are some of our distributors attending this session who are doctors. You see, when you go to the hospital, the first thing that they do what is called vital signs. They check your vital signs, blood pressure, sugar level, all those things, vital signs. In our business, we also have vital signs. What are the vital signs of our business? Number one is the number of people who join your team. Number two, the number of people who attend events. Number three, the number of people who are reading good books, positive books, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, how I raised myself from failure to success through selling, GoPro. All these are things, if people in your team are reading those books, you can be sure your business will grow. These are called vital signs. And you need to check the vital signs in your business. Now, let's go to the vital signs of numbers. If you're a distributor, if you want to get to manager, you need at least 5 people in your team who are active. If you're a manager and you want to get to senior manager, you need 10 active people in your team. If you're a senior manager and you want to get to executive manager, you need 20 people in your team every month. If you want to get to director, you need 40 to 60 active people in your group. So check your statistics. If you are a senior manager and you have only 6 people, the chances that you'll qualify as a director continuously is very slim. If you have 40 active people, you can be sure that you're going to qualify as a director every single month. So check those vital statistics. For manager, you need at least 5 people. Senior manager, 10 people. Executive manager, 20. Director, 40 to 60 people. If you have these numbers going for you in your team, if you're getting new people on those numbers, you can be sure you're building a very solid business. For example, I normally this is the one that I use for my presentation. It's the model that Charlie uses to build his team. And what is the key? Start the business and sponsor 6 people as quickly as possible. Now, when these people, you sponsor 6 people, help each of those 6 sponsor just 2. And those 2 to sponsor 2 each. If you add up these numbers, you'll find that it's 40. That's why this is a very powerful model to build director-sized businesses. So start the business. Go wide as soon as you can. Go 6 wide and 3 levels deep. And each levels, help each of your 6 people sponsor 2, and those sponsor 2, you build a very strong director business. Okay? Let's talk about persistence. I was watching a video of a man who was drilled several holes on a very huge rock. I think the rock was about 2.5 meters high and about 4 meters diameter. And then he drilled very small holes in the rock. Then he put metal pins that he was hammering in the rock. And you hammer one after another, and you actually see. The first time I saw this video, I asked myself, "What is this guy doing?" You can't break a rock using nails and a hammer or a mallet. But after about 2 minutes, the rock split into 2. That is the power of persistence. Sometimes when you're doing the business, we actually don't see the success that you are looking for, but you need to hang in there, okay? The first thing about persistence is a state of mind. A state of mind says that I will keep doing what I need to do, irrespective of how I am feeling, until I achieve the goal I want. Persistence is sustained effort towards achievement of a specific goal. And it depends on the strength of will. It doesn't depend on whether you're motivated or not. It's a strength of the will, because sometimes you won't feel motivated. I mean, ask the people who like exercising in the morning. There are some days you just don't feel like getting out of bed. But the thing that gets you out of the bed is the goal you're looking for. For example, if you want to lose weight, if you keep a mental image of the weight level that you want to reach, is what gets you out of the bed in the morning. So it's a sustained effort to achieve a goal. 3, starts with the desire, a definite aim, a definite goal. You won't be able to be persistent if you don't have a specific goal you want to achieve. An intensity of desire. You see, a wish is different from a desire. A wish is a thought that passes through your mind once a while and then disappears. An intense desire is a thought that is constantly in your mind. It wakes you up in the morning at 2 or 3 o'clock. You've seen the vision of what you want in the future, and you have a lot of intense desire to achieve your goal. Number 5, you have to have definite plans. Like I said earlier, if you want to take your next step, it won't happen by chance. You have to plan it. You have to check how many people you need to get into the business, the training, the steps you need to make, how much people you need to make, how many people you need to have in your team. You have to now have definite plans. 6 is you need to have accurate knowledge. I think that all of us who are attending this session today, I want to recommend to you, you need to become an expert in Neolife. An expert in Neolife is somebody who breathes, sleeps, walks, dreams Neolife. When people come across you after talk to you for 10 minutes, they know this is a Neolife distributor. Yesterday we had our developing group recognition session, and one of our distributors in Nigeria really said something that struck me. His name is Oloo. He said, the motto I've taken now is, if I meet somebody, only 2 things will happen. Either you buy my product or you join my business. That's it. And I found that really that's the kind of motivation, that's the kind of determination that gets our business growing. So you need to have accurate knowledge about the products, about the marketing plan, about the business. You need to have the skills on how to build this business. Number 7, it has to be daily habits. Your success is hidden in the things you do every single day. If you know what you're doing every day, your future will be very, very bright. So check your daily habits. Are they directed towards your goal? If they're not directed towards your goal, you're just out for a walk. So make sure your daily habits support the goals that you've set for yourself so that you can become successful in the business. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the few ideas I wanted to share with you to help us go to the next level. If you're a distributor, your next level is manager. If you're a manager, your next level is senior manager. If you're a senior manager, your next level is executive manager. If you're a executive manager, your next level is director. Once you reach director, look back, help the people in your team also become directors. Always remember this. I remember Hansi taught us this so well, and it has never escaped my mind. You know, sometimes you start the business and you wish that you really sponsor only the runners, really the good leaders who grow your business very fast. Your business won't be stable because you need 3 types of people. Number 1, you need the customer type of people. That means people join the business, but they just want to use products. Number 2, you need the plodders. The plodders are the people who join the business. They sponsor 1 or 2 people every 3 or 4 months because those people help you to qualify in your nursery. And then you need the leaders. These are the people who really want to build a massive business. Those are the people who help you take your steps. So remember, you always need 3 types of people in the business. As the book says, some will give you 30-fold, some will give you 60-fold, some will give you 100-fold. All of them are important to our business. So ladies and gentlemen, Paul, we really appreciate you hosting our meetings, and we are eternally indebted to you for the platform that you give us to share our experience with our distributors. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for sharing this evening with us. God bless you. And keep on pushing your business to your dreams. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Pascal and Betty. Good night, everyone. See you soon. Tomorrow we have our Swahili presentation. Please log in same time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.